G'day, Mark from Mustard Bikes here, in the workshop today to show you the installation process of our Yamaha R9 tail tidy from start to finish. Now, you'll notice we haven't got a bike. This bike's been so popular we managed to get a hold of one for product development, but unfortunately no longer to do the filming. But that's alright, we've taken a whole bunch of pictures and the installation process is very similar to our 2024 MT-09 product. So we're going to use those pictures and some of our footage from our 24 MT-09 to show you how to install this product. It's relatively simple and I'm sure you'll get through it with the help of this video. Before we get started though, we're going to need some tools. This install was filmed with an early release bike. As bike designs are updated and revamped over the years, some aspects of this installation may have changed. Please check our video description below to find out if there are any changes to the installation process shown here. To finish the job, you'll need a pair of side cutters, a 4 and a 5mm Allen key, a 10mm spanner or socket, as well as a 12mm spanner or socket, and a Phillips head screwdriver. In the box, you'll find this plastic cover plate, a bag with a number of nuts and bolts and the link wire, and then in amongst all these peanuts, wrapped in paper, you'll find the two mounting arms, as well as the faceplate with the LED bolt pre-fitted. In the bag is the card that directed you to this video, a number of cable ties, the link wire that makes the product plug and play, two oval spacers, they're only if you're using the OEM indicators, as well as two countersunk bolts and two nylock nuts. So now we've got everything together that we need to finish the job, we can start on disassembling the bike. The first step is to take your bike's key and remove the pillion seat. We can now remove the tail light cover by removing the bolt with a 4mm Allen key and then sliding the cover backwards. Underneath the cover, you'll notice there's another bolt. Remove this one with your 4mm Allen key as well. The remaining 4 bolts underneath your seat can be removed with a 4mm Allen key, being careful not to lose the collars as you remove them. To remove the infill panel between the pillion and the rider's seat, remove the 2 center lock pins and you can then lift the panel out. To release the center lock pin, simply lift out the center portion of the pin until it releases. Next we need to remove the rider's seat. Use your 5mm Allen key to remove the 2 bolts holding it in place and then lift it away. At the front edge of each fairing, locate and remove the center lock pins. Further up, locate and remove using your 4mm Allen key the large diameter bolts from either side fairing. On the lower side of the right fairing, locate and remove the 3 center lock pins shown here, as well as the large diameter bolt at the forward edge of the fairing using your 4mm Allen key. Remove these same bolts and pins on the opposite side as well. We can now remove the right hand side fairing. When doing so, be sure to unclip it from the left side fairing with the little tab shown here. As you pull the fairing away from the rear of the bike, there is a pin that sits in a grommet next to the tail light. The same removal process is repeated for the left hand side fairing. Now that we've got all the fairings off the bike, we can disconnect the wiring before removing the rear fender. Disconnect the white and black indicator plugs as well as the smaller grey plug for the number plate light. Unroute the wiring and release them from the tabs that hold them in place. We can now remove the stock fender by removing the 4 12mm bolts that hold it in place. Now as you remove the last bolt, just be sure to hold on to that fender as you pull it away from the bike and take the wiring with it, just to make sure it doesn't fall to the ground. Now that we've got that fender removed from the bike, we can start to assemble the tail tidy. Now this is where we're going to switch over to some of the footage of our MT-09 because the assembly process of the tail tidy is exactly the same. The only difference between the R9 and the MT-09 is the shapes in the faceplate and the length of the arms. So I've got 2 of the arms here and show you how similar they are. So let's swap over to that footage and get that tail tidy assembled. To remove the indicators from the stock fender, we're going to start on the underside. We're going to use our Phillips head screwdriver to remove these 4 screws here. We can then turn the fender back over and we're going to remove these 4 bolts here with our 5mm Allen key. And you'll see that after removing that last bolt, this whole assembly has come apart. We can now remove the indicators from this section. Before we do, we're just going to take note that the black indicator goes on the left-hand side of the bike. So you'll start by removing that one. We lift this little tab up, and then using our flat blade screwdriver, we're just going to pop this little plate out. And then we can pull the indicator from the front, and that'll just pop out like this. And then just feed all the wiring through. And that is one indicator removed from the bike. Then of course we do the same with the other side. Before we can fit the indicators to the bike, we need to fit these spacers to the indicators themselves. This indicator goes on the right side, so we're going to match that spacer up like this. We just feed that through. And then we feed the spacer onto the indicator. And then of course we do the same thing for the other side. We can now fit the indicators to the fender eliminator itself. We're going to start with the indicator with the white plug and put that on the right hand side. So to feed all this wiring through, including the keeper plate. And then as we install this, we just need to make sure this spacer is pushed right to the back. And then we're going to start with the narrow end first, feeding that in. You can then make sure you use a blunt screwdriver to push these bits in. And then push it through like such. Just give it a good twist. Make sure that all the rubber has fully seated. And then we can take this little keeper plate and pop that one back in place. And then of course, we do the same to the other side. We can then take this unit and assemble it with the side arms. To do that, we're going to need the 2 countersunk bolts and the 2 nylock nuts. We're going to turn this over and just unwind the wire for the LED bolt. And then we're going to take one of the arms, just going to mount like so. One of the countersunk bolts and a nylock nut. Then we take our 10mm spanner and our screwdriver and just do those up just until they've nipped up. And then we do the same with the other side. For the next step, we need to take all these wires I'm going to take one cable tie. I'm just going to use that through here. Run the cable tie around here. I'm going to take our side cutters, trim that off. Run another one through the other side. Trim that off. And we'll flip this over. And you'll see there's these two holes here. So you run a cable tie through here and then through the other hole, like so. And then this one, we're going to take this LED bolt wire. We're just going to run that through there as well. Do that cable tie up. Trim that away, and then we'll do the same to the other side. Trim that away. And then the last step is we're going to take this little cover plate and we're going to go with the textured side facing downwards, so like this. And then you'll see in the arms there's a slot here and a slot here. So this little plate goes in those slots. Now as you do that, you want to take this wire and feed it through this gap. Like so. And then we do the same on the other side. Feed these two wires through this gap. Lift this arm up and fit this plate into those same slots. That assembly is then ready to fit to the bike. So now we've got the tail tidy assembled, we can mount it to the bike. We are doing things a little bit different here. Instead of routing the wiring through the OEM access hole, we're actually going to route them through the sides of the arms as shown in the pictures here and in this footage from the MT-09. We're going to start by feeding the wiring up the side of the under tray instead of through the main hole. We then continue the wiring through the way that it came as standard. While sliding the Fender Eliminator in place, you may need to squeeze the arms together to get it to slide between the frame rails. We can then take one of the original bolts and put that in place just to hold the Fender Eliminator up in place. From there, we can reinstall all of the 4 bolts that hold on the Fender Eliminator. We can now reroute the wiring and plug the indicators and the LED bolt back in. When fitting the LED bolt, fit the link wire with the link wire matched up red to black and black to red. Now, before we proceed any further, we're going to do a really important safety check and just make sure that all our lighting is working correctly. For that, we're going to switch back over to the MT-09. We're going to take the key, turn the ignition on. Now we're just going to check that the indicators light up on the correct sides, as they do here, that the number plate light's working, and then I also like to just quickly check the brake light, just in case we've somehow changed something there. Now that we know that all that's working correctly, we can turn the ignition back off and continue on putting the bike back together. Reinstall the left panel first, making sure that the lower edge is fully aligned with the lower panel on the bike. Don't forget to make sure that the pin clips in fully into the grommet. Reinstall the right side using the same precautions and making sure that this upper clip engages to the left-hand panel. We can now install the 6 push pins on the lower sides of the panels and the 2 bolts towards the forward edge, and repeat the process on the opposite side. And then move on to the bolts on the upper side, the 2 push pins at the forward edge of the fairings and the 2 4mm bolts. At this point we can reinstall the rider's seat using our 5mm Allen key to return the bolts. This then allows us to refit the infill panel along with the 2 push pins holding it in place, and we can then install the 4 bolts holding the upper side of the fairings in place underneath the pillion seat. Lastly, install the 4mm bolt holding the left and right hand side fairing panels together, followed by the tail light cover and its 4mm bolt holding it in place. Next, we can use our Phillips head screwdriver and 10mm spanner to align the plate mount with the bike, as shown here on the MT-09. So the last thing is to do, refit your pillion seat and your number plate. Now it's a wise idea once you've been for a few rides, go over the whole installation, check all the nuts and bolts are still tight and that your lighting is operating correctly. It's been a bit of a challenge to film this one without a bike, but hopefully all things going well, it's helped you with your installation. So thanks for watching this. If you haven't yet purchased this product and you'd like to, mustardbikes.com. We make a whole range of tail tidies for a whole range of bikes. We also love hearing back from our customers, so don't forget to get in touch with us on our Facebook page, tag us in your pictures on Instagram. We love hearing back from you. Don't forget to like, comment and share on this video, and we'll catch you next time. Is to take your rider's key and remove the pillion seat. The rider's key? You're screwing me up, you said you needed footage.
Oh, there you go, thank you.
No. Damn it, hang on. No, hang on. You're into that.
I did put the mockers on you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.